Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today is part 2 of Darksiders 1. Last time we did the tutorial mission, which was basically the apocalypse. This puts us just straight into the game. But before we get onto the actual game, basically, if you didn't realise what had happened, is that War was under the understanding that the 7 seals had been broken. Now, the 7 seals in the Bible, the 7 heavenly seals, are essentially there so that when the apocalypse happens, or the rapture, they will break, and that will cause the war between heaven and hell. I believe that is the case in biblical scripture, though I'm not a Christian, so I could be wrong. But yeah, that's kind of what is supposed to be the case. And then that's when the 4 horsemen arrive. In the Bible, it is, as far as I'm aware, or at least commonly agreed upon, that it is war, famine, pestilence, and death. The only named one actually being death, and war being heavily suggested, but not confirmed. However, in this game, Pestilence is not a horseman, it is Fury, who is in Darksiders 3. And we will play as her in Darksiders 3, even though he says his brothers, which I always found funny. He's like, oh no, my brothers, and then it's like, actually, that's still really, really loud. I'm just gonna turn that like way down, because that's so loud. That's better. Also, as you can tell, I've got my controller working. Basically, Steam's controller input wasn't enabled, and that's why it wasn't letting me use my controller, despite the fact it was not letting me play the game when my controller disconnected. So yeah, I'm now playing... Ooh, I should probably sort out the... Sorry with all these... Is that one? Let's see what happens. I'm just going to turn all out of the way down. I feel no difference. I'm going to be completely honest. Which is weird. Whatever. We'll figure that out at some point. Camera shake much? Walk and grab and move along ledges. Yeah, I know we can. There we go. So yeah, this is what's happened to the humans now. They've kind of become like mindless husks. But basically, in this game, I meant to, because that was the reason I mentioned the 7 heavenly seals. Oh yeah, and grabbing you gives you health. War came to help, well, take part in the war, because he answered the call, and the call is this heavenly seals breaking. However, the Dark Council punished him because the 7 heavenly seals did not in fact break. In fact, the entire war between heaven and hell, oh no, shouldn't have happened, basically. To the health bud. Wasn't a lot, but it was something. So am I supposed to go down? Yeah. Well, at least I thought I was supposed to. This doesn't really seem... Ah, that's why. Because you're supposed to go up, down. Ooh, God. These guys are kind of a pain. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those explodey ones. I've never been a fan of enemies that when they die they explode on you. That's always been a massive annoyance to me. But yeah. Ooh, didn't see that. I love these chests. I think they have the coolest aesthetic. I don't think those chests exist in the second one. They might do, but I can't remember. Yeah. But yeah, this this is one of those games where like you don't have to think about it too much in terms of like what to do. There is some puzzles later on, but this was essentially a much more simple Devil May Cry. Like if you wanted to play Devil May Cry but you weren't very good at it. It's got a cool story though. I love the story. The fact that War has to redeem himself. I thought you were gonna break that. I can't though. That's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing quite a few of these episodes in a row. Just because I actually want to make quite a decent amount of progress before the new game comes out. Yeah. Wow. I think that in the tutorial you probably could one-shot these. Yeah. That was fun. Also, the reason I'm going to be playing the original version of this in my own time is because there's a weapon you can get in the second game for playing the first game. I believe it's for getting an achievement. Like just any achievement, you don't have to have gotten a specific achievement. As far as I'm aware, any achievement will do. And I think the easiest one you can get is meeting up with that demon that you're told to meet up with in the first part of the game, like in the after the tutorial mission when you talk to the Dark Council.
How long was I gone?
In Earth years? About a century. Long enough for the last of the mouth-breathers to die off.
There you go.
Then the third kingdom is lost.
I almost didn't hear you coming.
Vulgrim.
The council finally took me seriously. If so, you're surely not empty-handed. This shall be the briefest of introductions.
Vulgrim.
There were a few young ones. Spectacular.
Messed up.
You seek the power behind the one called Destroyer. You will find the answers and the font of his power. There. Oh, such haste to die. You aren't even a shadow of your former self. You wouldn't last a heartbeat. Besides, the way to the tower is shrouded by demon magics. Even I do not know the way.
Who does?
Feed my hunger, and I'll feed your curiosity.
So there we are. Meet Vulgrim. So we need 500 souls. A demon trinket that reveals the location of all nearby chests on the map. So that's... So as you can see, there are a few chests around. We can go and look for them, and that will grant us some extra currency. Like this one. I believe in the original game they didn't give you this. I don't remember though. I would have to look and play the original game. But I remember when I was a kid and I was playing this, getting very, very frustrated because I wasn't very good at it. I'm actually walking away from a chest. There we go. New demon type. So there, now we've been told how to block, which is cool, but we didn't need it. Because even though I'm playing this on normal difficulty, this isn't a super hard game. The only reason I'm playing it on normal difficulty is because I haven't played it in a while. I might have played it on hard if maybe, like, I knew I would get far, but I'm not 100% sure I will. Fuck. Jesus Christ. I am not very good at this dodging all of a sudden. Oh my god. Oh my god. I actually got beaten. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Good thing I'm not playing this on hard difficulty then. Do I have to get any chests that I missed? No. Doesn't look like it. Oh, it looks like it kept the amount of souls I had, so that's not awful. This wasn't a complete waste of my time. Though, that was embarrassing how easily I got my ass kicked. We'll not go over there yet. We'll just get this treasure chest and be done with it. Ah, okay. That's annoying. is what was getting me into trouble last time. I was getting too cocky. I can't believe I had to lock in for that. Like, I've played games that are so much harder than this, and I've not had to care nearly as much. Like, that's insane. I'll not bother with that chest, because unfortunately, and I don't know why, I don't know why it does this, but for some reason, if you have full health...
We have enough souls to feed Vulgrim's hunger. Now, maybe he'll feed our curiosity.
Yeah. I do like that character, by the way. I think he's in all of them. I don't know 100%. I'm gonna grab more than just the 500 that he needs, because obviously that way I can buy some upgrades. Just good practice. Now, it's figuring out how to get up there. I don't know what kind of chest is up there, but if it's worth my time getting it... Oh, hang on. Okay. There's obviously an ability. I can use that. Right. We'll just go feed Vulgrim.
These ancient gates have a mind of their own, but with this, you may reach an understanding. Beyond the gate, seek out Samael's prison. Once, Samael was close in power to the Dark Prince himself. Some might even say, a threat. You will find he is no friend to the Destroyer. Seek me out when you've gathered more souls. I will make it worth your while.
So there, he's kind of just like, yeah, this is
On your journey, you may come into possession of certain items that are of particular interest to me. Artifacts of the Fallen Legion. If you discover any Legion artifacts, bring them to me. I will make it worth your while.
So there, like, here's where we can, like, buy, like, upgrades and stuff. We buy them from him. We don't have enough for anything, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, we don't have enough for anything. How much is the cheapest thing? It looks like it'll be Meteor Strike.
Nice sword. Please take your time.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Oh yeah, I need to actually equip this. There we go.
Of my ancestors, awakened at last from the dreamless sleep. destroyer still breathes.
The destroyer, yes. To his service we are bound, though enemies will remain. So his enemies we call friend. Pass now, friend. Most bring victory. Most bring freedom.
So there we are. We have just freed. Well, no.
That was the gate. I can't wait to find out what's behind it.
So there, he's just kind of... They're kind of like a part of another ancient race. I don't know what they're called, but they're just essentially like guardians, and because we have the horn of their ancestors, we can use that to kind of speak to them and be like, hey, like, move out of the way. Hey! Chaos Eater, level up. Some more blue souls. Okay, so we have 300. We can buy something from Vulgrim when we see him next. I believe we've got a drop down here. Yeah, we do. God damn it. What the fuck? Oh god, I am sucking. There we go. Now, I'm just gonna see if there is something down here. Yep. A lifestone shard. So, as you probably can guess, lifestone shards are how we're going to increase our health. Once we get 3 of them, we will get an extra skull of health. Which is going to be very cool indeed. We don't need that. It's a shame they don't turn into blue orbs if, like, you've got full health. Because that would have been pretty good. Like, that would have been really, really useful. Mind you, I always get the length of the episodes wrong. Because I did the previous episode yesterday. At least for me it was yesterday. And I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be a relatively shorter episode, and it was over half an hour, which is around about average for my videos. Awesome. Let me just check the map. Cool. I always want to intentionally go the wrong way. For obvious reasons. You get rewarded for going off the beaten path. We will be returning to these places because it's one of those things where, like, it's not necessarily open world, at least not in the way the second one is, but it is somewhat open world. You can go back to places and you can go from place to place. It's really cool in that aspect. But early on, it just means you can't access certain things. So there, we'll go 600. And there'll just be certain things that we just can't access right now. But even in these early stages, these routes are still useful to us, because they're just an easy source of, they're an easy source of souls, basically. So there, I can buy consumables now. And I can even... Oh, cool. Yeah, the sides. I forgot you could buy weapons.
See anything you like?
So we want... that. I really want that. Because that's just going to be a hell of a lot of utility. Yeah, that's going to be really useful. As you saw, I got hit a couple of times because I was jumping and I couldn't dash. But now I can. I can jump and dash now. It's not very far, but it's enough. It'll get me out of trouble. Plus some platforming.
Non straga singura.
Do you know what's imprisoned here? There are things even you should fear, horsemen. Once you were strong, but now you are weak and you are alone. The destroyer knows of your coming. Even now, he moves his legions against you.
Then I'll make this quick.
Awesome.
Take this fool's life!
Okay. answer for that, though. Oh, so he won't attack me while these guys are around. Okay, that's fair. Though neither of these guys apparently. I think they're a little bit bugged. Ooh, okay. Jesus Christ. Thank God. Okay, he's dead now.
Just one hideous blood-puking gargoyle.
There we go. I don't know who this has inside.
Are you here to play execution?
Oh, him.
They should have sent all four of you.
I have no interest in killing you, Samael.
Ah, the Destroyer. He's beyond your reach, beyond mine.
Has prison made you a coward?
Perhaps there is a way, but you will need to get inside the Destroyer's spire. The tower is guarded by four of his chosen. Bring me their hearts and ask me no questions. My reasons for helping you are my own.
Where can I find these guardians?
First, seek the Twilight Cathedral, where the Bat Queen Tiamat has gone to roost. The whole of her domain is a blistered inferno. By land, you will never reach it. Find the high ground with this,
Hey.
and bring me her still beating heart.
Cool, our second achievement. Now, I don't think we have any... Yeah, we don't have enough for anything at the minute. But we now have a new toy at our disposal, the wings. Where does it want us to go? Okay, it wants us to go over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode here. Yeah, bye-bye. so I'm gonna end this episode here. If you have enjoyed today's episode, give it a like and a comment on the video. Just let me know how much you are enjoying, how much you have enjoyed this video. If you haven't seen the previous video, go check it out. It will be linked as a playlist. And yeah, also with the last video, I do apologize if there was any weirdness with the audio quality. I don't know what happened there. However, that should be fine now. I have lowered the volume of the game's audio and I've increased mine, so that should be fine now. But yeah, thank you ever so much for watching, and if you're loving my content, just subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you so much now, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.